日本時間28日、米大リーグドジャースは敵地シアトルでマリナーズと対戦しました。ドジャースの大谷翔平はこの試合でスタメンを外れましたが、試合前にはファンの元へ足を運び、サインに応じる姿を見せました。米カリフォルニア州の地元放送局、スポーツネットロサンゼルスの中継では、ファンから差し出されたユニフォームやボールに丁寧にサインをする大谷の様子が映し出され、貴重なオフの日にもかかわらず、シアトルのファンにこの対応ですと称賛の声が上がりました。また、試合前のフィールドでは、マリナーズのイチロー球団会長付特別補佐兼インストラクターが打撃練習をサポートするためライトフィールド付近で球拾いをしているところへ、大谷がベンチから駆け寄り、帽子を取って頭を下げて挨拶しました。その後、2人は約4分間にわたり言葉を交わしましたが、イチロー氏は会話中も何度もホーム付近の打撃ケージへ目を配り、大谷の安全に気を配る姿が見られました。最後は笑顔で別れた2人。イチロー氏の優しさと大谷の敬意が滲んだやり取りとなり、この光景に地元放送局も注目し、コメントを残しました。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Dodgers and Mariners coming up at 6:30. How about this treat for the fans in Seattle? A rare day off for Shohei Ohtani. So he's out there signing autographs for these fans at T-Mobile Park and people getting some pictures as well. That is awesome to see from the probably going to win the MVP again in the National League. Still more to come here on Leadoff LA. Even when Shohei Ohtani's not in the Dodgers lineup, his life is pretty interesting, catching up with his fellow countryman Ichiro. Pre-game, one day, Shohei's going to be joining Ichiro in Cooperstown. Jerry, Ichiro, a fun guy?
Great dude. Hi, John. And yeah, with Max Muncy, considering they are trying to make sure that he is as healthy as he can be come Tuesday. He's not in the lineup today. He was out on the field earlier doing some defensive work, so he is still moving around, keeping his body in a good spot, and also taking some swings here and there. Dave Roberts talked about him not being in the lineup today, and also how comfortable he would feel if Max Muncy's next game is going to be on Tuesday for Game 1 of the wild card. He also gave updates on Tommy Edman, who's in as the DH, with Shohei Ohtani having himself a spa day today.
Muncy's feeling better, just kind of overall body. So, yeah, he's feeling better, but I obviously don't have him in the lineup today. Tommy is, there's still some soreness. That's why he's not playing the field. Gonna DH, wants to get his at-bats, we feel good about that. And obviously the elephant in the room is Shohei's off today, and everyone's had days off, and so this is a day that I just wanted to make sure. And I talked to him, and he felt good about taking today off, and he'll be back in the lineup tomorrow.
We're going to probably see Roki Sasaki pitching out of the bullpen for the Dodgers as well during the postseason this year, after Dave Roberts wasn't even sure if he would make the postseason roster, but we've seen him twice this week. Hadn't seen him pitch in 4.5 months, but he's been very impressive in his two innings of work.
I think out of all the goals, number one is staying healthy these next two days, tonight and tomorrow. I think the next goal is putting Roki Sasaki, if we're ahead, in a closing situation. If we have a chance to close out the game tonight, I hope he gets that 9th inning. Or tomorrow, he gets that 9th inning. Just get him used to it. But I think even if that doesn't happen, we can see him close out a game because he certainly has a lot more confidence. I think this role right now for this year suits him more so than being a starter. Hey, all you got to throw is that fastball and that forkball. Go out there and get us 3 outs. Heck, I can do that. And he has proven that so far. So I would love to see him close either tonight or tomorrow if we have that opportunity.
Yeah, I think right now, I don't know if they necessarily would use him as a closer. I know what you're saying, that he has closer stuff.
Yes,
There's no question about that, because we've seen him getting that triple digits, and he's going out there and attacking hitters, and he's got that forkball, that split finger that just kind of falls off the table. What I like seeing is his mound presence. It's different when he's coming out of the bull, which is great to see over these last couple outings out of the bullpen. The other thing, too, is him in the dugout, him smiling. Just the whole look, like he almost has that confidence, like, okay, I can do it at this level. So that's all great. We know that the bullpen needs help. Now all of a sudden you have guys that potentially could be that help, and he's one of those guys that I think could be in that bullpen, and you might see him in that leverage. I don't know if they feel confident necessarily in their closing, but yeah, we don't have a closer right now, so they need one of those. Yeah. There's no question about that. But he is definitely a weapon and something welcoming and good to see for the Dodgers.
That's why I said let's just put him in that close role tonight or tomorrow. Give him that opportunity.
Well, I am joined by Michael Conforto. And Michael, we are not far from where you grew up. What is it like just being back in Seattle, playing this game, and getting to share it with just your friends and family here?
It's awesome. Every time I get to come back here, it's great. Obviously I see all my family. I get to play in the ballpark that I grew up coming to. And it's just a beautiful part of the country. When you fly in here and you see the trees and the water, it just feels like home for me. And so it's always a good feeling. I mean, there's like a crispness in the air out here. It's just kind of it's just a beautiful place. And so yeah, I mean, it's all good things when we come here.
You're not the only Washington State kid on this team. Blake Snell is from here as well. Were you rivals? Did you guys play each other, teammates, anything like that growing up?
So we were kind of rivals a little bit. He played for his dad's travel ball team, and they were really good. And I played for a different team, and we would always kind of meet up in the championship, just of like the Seattle travel ball teams. And Blake was obviously one of the best players. He got really, really good, like as good as he is now. His senior year of high school, he grew like a foot. He started throwing 95, and no one could touch him at that age. And so like Blake was always, we were always just kind of butting up against each other. Always knew him, and it's crazy now we're back. We're playing on the same team together for the second straight year, actually, here in Seattle. So it's pretty cool how that all works out.
You guys recently clinched the division. With that celebration, obviously it's not been an easy year for any of you guys, but how you've been able to come together, get back on track, what does that say just as to where this team is at right now?
Well, like you said, it hasn't been smooth sailing. There's been some bumps along the way. I think it was a big moment for us to clinch it and kind of make that statement, say we still own that division. And for me, when I came over to the Dodgers, that's how it felt. I mean, there's an identity. There's an identity of excellence, and to finish strong and to finish and kind of get that milestone, a step in the right direction, was really big for us, and it was big in getting the momentum as we go into a playoff push.
For you personally, I know that you've shared the conversations that you and Dave Roberts have had about you getting back on track. The numbers have been excellent as of late. The results, when you kind of look at how this year for you personally has been, how proud are you of yourself as just how you're looking to close out this regular season?
Yeah, there's a lot of lessons that I can take from this year. I am proud though of the way that that I'm continuing to finish it. Kind of picking myself up a little bit. I didn't do it on my own. I mean, my wife had to pick me up multiple times. My family, my teammates. I mean, these guys never for one moment didn't have my back. And then obviously Doc as well, just being completely honest with me and transparent about every scenario. And so like, I feel lucky to have this group around me through one of the harder years of my career, and I mean, I really owe a lot of it to them. Just the success, the recent success. As we go into the most important part of the season.
Sometimes the hardest years can be the most rewarding. Michael, the postseason is going to be here as soon as we know it. Congratulations on first winning the NL West, looking to close out this regular season and hopefully start a very, very exciting postseason run for this group. So congratulations and best of luck.
Thanks so much. Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of each other, I think. So, yeah, thank you very much.
What a scene this was before tonight's game in Seattle. That's half of Japanese baseball's Mount Rushmore. Ichiro Suzuki and Shohei Ohtani. Ichiro enshrined as first Japanese player to go into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown this summer. That has not changed a thing for him. The Mariners are here. Ichiro is here. Full uni, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Shagging in the outfield.
looking like he could go in if they needed him.
Oh, make no mistake, he could.
Well, just to be a fly in right field to hear the conversation with Ichiro talking to Shohei and Shohei doing a ton of listening. I would ask a question and then Ichiro sharing what anyone would give to be able to know that wealth of knowledge shared between the two greatest to come out of Japan.
The thing of it is, Shohei Ohtani still does not think of himself in that light. I had a conversation with him about that very subject. You're just sitting in the clubhouse at Camelback Ranch and like, hey, do you realize who you are to young kids watching this game, especially Japanese baseball fans? No. He's shaking his head, kind of blushing, uncomfortable at the thought. It's like, well, who are those guys for you? He listed off a litany of Japanese stars that came before him. Of course, he finished with Ichiro, whom he called like a baseball god. That's the esteem that Shohei Ohtani holds Ichiro Suzuki.
Well, and you know this so much, Steven, but how much part of the culture is to be so humble.
John Hartung, Jerry Harrison Jr., Nomar Garciaparra. Jess, did you know that Ichiro is Jay Harris' friend?
I would have had no idea. Glad he has a sign to let us know that.
Oscar, you happen to be playing for the other team in the past. What is it like for you just being back here in Seattle, being back here at T-Mobile Park?
It's been great so far. The love has been there. The fans, when they see me, they give me the support. They're happy to see me back. I'm happy just to be back here and say hi to the boys, say hi to some of the guys that I made a good relationship in the year that I play here. It's a good fan base. The people here, they love baseball. So the support for this team they have, especially now that they go into the postseason, is amazing.
You talked to me yesterday just about it was only 1 year in which you were with the Mariners, but those relationships that you've had, you see that with the guys you also have here in Dodger Blue. Andy Paz being someone who's become like a younger brother to you. When you think about just what he's been able to do this year, his second year in the big leagues, the strides that he's made, how would you just describe it?
For me, it's been amazing. See him grow as a baseball player, as a person. Everybody knows the second year is the hardest year for the young guys. He's been handling pretty good. He's been learning. He's going to go through moments that it's not going to be good for him, not going to be good for the season, for his career. But he's keep training, he's keep working hard, just trying to figure it out and just trying to be good.
Why is the second year the hardest? What do you remember about yours?
I don't know. It's something with the league that they start to look at you more. Started you swing, where you hit the ball better, and all of those things. And as a young guys, you trying to do too much, especially if you do great the first year. You're trying to do the same thing even more in the second year, but the league has other plans for you. So he's been doing really good, and hopefully he can do that and keep doing it in the postseason.
Say this game, it's a game of adjustments. When you look at the adjustments that you've had to make, obviously you did deal with some injury, lower half injuries, coming back from that, getting back on track, being the lefty killer that you've been known to be throughout your career. How have you found just being back at full strength, full health, and being back in right field?
Yeah, that's what is important for me, being healthy. I know the struggles are going to be there, the injuries are going to be there. I mean, you try to not get hurt. You're trying to play your best, but we all know it's not going to happen. At some point, you're going to have something. For me, it's been a little hard this year, but, with the support of my teammates, my family, and everybody else around me, I made it through, and now I'm good and ready to go.
Just 162 being done with in the most exciting part of the year being here.
Playoff is I think for me, it's the most important part of the season. Is when everything matters. It's what we've been waiting for the whole year. You get ready in 10 months. You start working out. You play the regular season, and now you're looking forward to a playoff. That's for me. That's the biggest thing. Hopefully, we are ready and we can be back in the World Series this year too.
It was one of the reasons you wanted to be back in Dodger Blue.
Yep.
We cannot wait. Hopefully you guys can find a way to go back-to-back, bringing another world championship back to Los Angeles. Teoscar, I hope you get to enjoy the rest of your day off.
I will enjoy it. We're boys here. Hopefully we can score some runs soon.
Soon.
So we can enjoy better.
Thank you so much, Teoscar.